Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We're back over here at Gamertag Radio, and today we have Robert Johnson. He's the Senior Publishing Project Manager from Capcom. You're involved with these Xbox Live Arcade titles that's coming up sometime this year, right?
Yes, I am. I'm the lead producer here for all of the XLA titles that are being developed here, and we have some great stuff coming out this year.
My first question is, how long Capcom been planning working on this titles for the Xbox Live Arcade?
Well, I think everything pretty much started off with our first title and entrance into the Xbox Live Arcade market, which was with Street Fighter, which I'm sure you guys know about. It was a great title for us. We enjoyed working on it, and we thought from there and saw how successful it was that there's a lot of other Capcom IPs that would look great and just be perfect for the platform, as well as other titles and new IPs that we have been thinking about and working on and trying to find what the best fit is for the system, and we've come up with, I think, a good lineup for the year.
Tell us the titles that you have for that you announced recently.
So recently in our Gamers Day, we announced four titles: Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, Super Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, a new action game based off WizKids property called Rocket Men, and also a game called Talisman, which was a hit board game back in the early 80s, and that's been has a huge cult following, and actually they're releasing a new version of the board game coming up this year.
So how has the support been from Microsoft with Capcom for all the games that they've released? I mean, Street Fighter was one of the biggest, most downloaded titles when it first came out. So what has Microsoft's response been towards Capcom, and how has their attitude changed with you guys?
Well, Microsoft has been supportive for us since the very beginning. I mean, they've been a really great partner to work with since the beginning. When we first came up with the concept of doing Street Fighter Online, they were 100% on board with it, and we're very excited to hear, what do we have coming up next, even before we were finished with Street Fighter. So working with them has been a great pleasure, and we really enjoy the system and their idea and concept behind creating these sort of arcade titles online with easy distribution and something that everybody can just run up there and grab and play and enjoy.
Robert, you can tell us also now the new games is coming out. I know there's a lot of new gamers that purchased a 360 and never played these old titles. Little
Sure.
background story.
Yeah, why don't I talk about Puzzle Fighter first? Puzzle Fighter is probably one of my favorite titles of all time. Definitely, I'm just really excited that it's coming out for Xbox Live Arcade. So if you haven't played Puzzle Fighter out there, it's basically a head-to-head puzzle game where colored gems will fall down into a playfield, and the goal is to basically match the colored gems. So if you have 4 of them and you put them together, they'll create sort of a bigger power gem. You end up creating these big sort of cubes of colors on your playfield. And what will happen is every now and then what we call crash gem will pop down. It's shaped a little bit differently, circle, and if it's say a blue crash gem and it hits a blue power gem or any other gem of that color that's built up in your area, it will explode and then send counter blocks over to the other player's play field. And we have Puzzle Fighter characters who are mixtures, sort of super deformed Street Fighter characters and Darkstalker characters that will sort of fight as you're dumping counter blocks over from one side to the other. So it's sort of an interactive fighting / puzzle game.
Round 1, fight!
Oh, just wait. I'm telling you, just wait. You guys are gonna be really happy because, you know, I'm a fan. I've been with Capcom now for almost 13 years, and and you know, I can't think of any other place I'd rather be.
Let me finish this up, and we're gonna keep on with the conversation. So everybody, let's thank Robert Johnson here, you know, from Capcom for the interview, and that's it, man. Any information, just go to Capcom community site. Robert, what's the website? You know the website?
It's CapcomUnity.com.
All right, thanks a lot, Robert. And Sarah, let's.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, Robert. Thank you.
Let's talk with Robert behind the scenes.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.